you must understand why at first I was reluctant. I mean...
Of course, any self-respecting thief would be.
Yes, and speaking of being self-respecting thieves, I mentioned to Myron about how I would love nothing more than to maybe connect and work with you again.
Yes.
This has been profitable for both parties.
I assume all your crew is in agreement to this.
We are?
Yes.
It may be possible, he says. So I want to make a fortune roll right now to see how convincing you are.
Okay.
To sway Lord Scurlock.
Can I say something that might help it?
Yeah. I mean...
Well, no. Well,
it's effectively the same. But yeah, say what you want.
I wanted to say, so... I think that if you were to call upon us for anything at all, make sure you call out for Coyote. Ptolemy Havelock has no business in the arena of thievery.
Oh. Yeah, I'll give you an extra dice for that. You can give him your real name.
I'm giving him my real name.
Yeah, sure thing.
Because it benefits me to not have my alias of Ptolemy Havelock attached to the idea of being a thief.
He pauses for a second. He says, a real name that sounds like a pseudonym. That's fortunate. And also quite common with the communes down by the rivers in Dunslow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So
he's
like literally like yep, that's my people. Yeah. So quite fortunate indeed.
Also,
I feel like he knows something about
Lord
all
Scurlock.
of us.
Obviously we have heard of each other. I can tell from the look on your face. As you know, now that my parents are gone, my life has been a bit difficult of late, and so I've branched out.
I can see.
Indeed. You come from an ancient house, and our interests are not always at odds with each other. It would be nice to have another adult with the experience that you have to look to for occasional counsel and direction. We could combine the efforts and the strength of our houses to perhaps achieve more than either of us could alone.
I appreciate your assistance, Arthur, but actually, if we are going to work together, I must insist on the Arkades staying out of this arrangement. In fact, your discretion would be most appreciated.
Oh, absolutely. I certainly did not hope that it would be overt.
Perhaps after this matter, which I'm currently embroiled in, is concluded, we can discuss further joining of our two houses.
That would be both a pleasure and an honor for me.
So all that remains of Scurlock's house that you know of, though, is himself, but his resources and reputation are so vast that it's a little weird.
Oh, okay.
So he has influence.
Sure.
Right? Yeah, let's see how well you make it.
Oh, so how many?
So it's sway that you're using, right?
Yeah, I'm using sway.
Okay, so a fortune roll is controlled standard, and you're going to succeed. We're just seeing how well you succeed.
So I have 3 in sway, and I'm not gonna put any stress.
No stress, no push.
I already have my stress almost all the way full.
You want a devil's bargain?
Fuck off.
Let me tell you the devil's bargain.
Okay, tell me.
Be daring.
He takes a particular interest in your crew, and you especially, and your facilities to get him things like this statue. He is going to do very thorough background checks on everybody to understand exactly where you all come from.
Well, that's more of a devil's bargain for other people other than myself.
But you're the one representing the party and doing the dealings.
So basically, if to do this devil's bargain,
it would probably only matter in terms of story.
With this devil's bargain,
which I'm always down.
I'll give you a bonus dice.
Okay.
And no matter what happens, no matter how well you sway him here, he will do thorough background checks. Because like without this bargain, he'd probably just check up on like maybe the people he cares about, which in this case would be Arthur's connections, which he already kind of knows about, and you owning Havelocks and how long back you've known the business.
Oh, but yeah.
But with the devil's bargain, he's doing background checks on everybody. Like he might find out about Marco's town and like.
Well, that's what I was.
Caelin's
That's why I was saying it's much more about everyone else other than me, because if it was just me, I don't care. But
but you have the right to make that choice.
That's why it's a devil's bargain. Yeah, exactly. Though you're in the position to make the choice because you're the one swaying right now.
No one here is saying against that either. So
you've got the thumbs up.
Keep that in mind. Yeah.
It makes sense to me as my character not to do anything for risking, without having consulted these two.
You don't know that, though.
Yeah, it's more of a metagame.
This is
concern,
a metagame
but
thing.
That's fine. It all depends on how you want to spin this.
As a part of, you expressed your beliefs and drives and heritage, that would be something that I believe in as part of my character.
Okay.
So I'm not taking this devil's bargain.
All right.
So
6.
That's a 6.
So I am going to give you guys +3 faction status with Lord Scurlock.
Wow. Yeah.
Awesome. He is your patron. He is tier 3 by himself.
Singular.
Yeah.
Wow. And he's not a gang.
I know, right?
But he's got so many.
He's not just a bunch of
scary.
pasty grad students.
How are we gonna get back to our place from here?
You sway him.
You just go.
You sway him very well.
We have a ton of money on us.
Nice.
You express yourself, and he sits back for a second, and he goes, "I'm very happy we can work together. In a few days, Myron will come by your shop and give you instructions for the next item I need you to acquire for me. It should be rather interesting. I hope you're not squeamish and afraid of bugs."
No, not at all.
Excellent.
Yes.
As we move forward,
he will come to Ptolemy's.
Oh,
yeah, he will be coming to Ptolemy's.
Of course, yes, Havelocks, yes. As we move forward in this venture together, I must insist that all of you keep a tight lid on our proceedings. There are others interested in the same things we are interested in, and talking too much could cause problems.
Certainly.
He pauses for a moment and chews his fingers and goes, "Which reminds me, I still have to deal with that informant." So he sighs for a second and goes, "I will call a carriage for you to return you to the night market."
Wait, is he the leader of the race? Do you think? I'm not saying
Scurlock?
I'm not saying this out loud.
Oh no,
that would make no sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that would be.
Well, yeah, he's talking about an informant. I'm like,
he's probably worried about the informant that gave away the fact that we were going to see you at the race.
Okay.
If he's trying to get to.
That's why I'm glad I didn't take this devil's bargain, by the way.
He's trying to get to Arkady. I'm going to get to him first.
Caelin, you can connect something here, because there was a moment a while back where Arkady mentioned in one of your meetings a threatening letter you guys had sent him.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because he thought you were much... So you realize now,
oh God, would it get
Scurlock must have sent the letter.
Would it get on Scurlock's nerves if I just killed him myself?
No, that's probably what Scurlock's going to want to do.
Okay,
that's fine.
I'm going to kill him.
But being a good spider, yeah, you would want to kill him.
I'll remind you, that's great, that's awesome, that's cool. I just want to make sure you're aware of the consequences. He's a Sparkrite.
Yeah.
The Sparkrites are a tight-knit group.
Shit.
Tier 4. At least in that part of the city. But, I mean...
I want to hurt him, though.
Daring, yeah.
How does this work in terms of both the in-game mechanic and the narrative, that we went through a process for making him an informant for us, and then now in the game he's betrayed us?
How does that work?
Because informant is a box on the thing.
He may have betrayed you, right? That has not been confirmed. She's assuming that Arkady does it. Also, you acquired Arkady, and you acquired his informant network, because it's not just him, right?
Okay.
There are other Sparkrites, so you guys will still have connections.
Okay, so we're not just Xing out one of our boxes.
No,
okay,
it's not.
But what if Arkady?
We could make the argument that fictionally it would lose the claim, but the game system doesn't work that way.
Okay.
So.
What if Arkady just has an accident?
Could just have an accident.
And up to this point, we actually have no facts.
He works with
we actually don't know that Arkady is a person.
It might even be better if you have some sort of meeting to figure out whether or not he was responsible for this.
He won't be honest.
No, but so maybe you be. Well,
let's figure that out in later.
Yeah.
So, Scurlock says, "It's a pleasure doing business with all of you. Is there anything else you need from me?"
Actually, I don't suppose you have access to any more skilled physicians.
Absolutely. I know several leeches within the city.
Bruce has been trying to help me with my injuries, and as you can see, he's competent but not extremely skilled. And the process has been slow going.
I'll have Myron make necessary arrangements. Should I send them to Havelocks, or...
To the manor, if you would. I think Bruce would be assured if he felt that I was in better care. He seems a bit discombobulated that I've been so badly wounded of late.
Will Bruce not ask questions when a strange physician turns up at your home?
He may, but I'll handle that. He does work for me, after all, though he doesn't always seem to remember that.
Yes. Take good care of yourselves. I'm going to need you in the days ahead. There's still much work to be done. And as you guys are turning around to leave, if you're heading out, you notice.
We hear the drawer opening.
No, you look back, and I think most of you, or if not all of you, notice that Scurlock's sitting in his chair like this, and I think a lot of you notice that there is a slight indentation of this hand that grips the back of Scurlock's chair behind him, and he turns his face up slightly as if he's looking at something above him as you guys head out the door.
Oh, so not a thing, but just the indentation of an invisible hand.
Of fingerprints.
I was gonna vaguely ask him in a very veiled way, is it alright if I can...
Did you want to do that?
It's too late.
No, it's not. We can flash back.
Okay. I guess what this is going through.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to be able to form an alliance with such a, I guess, infamous might be a bit of a crass word figure.
I can take it.
I hope you know that from now on, those who betray you are also those who betray me.
Well, that's good to know you have that much loyalty already.
It's more of a matter of self-preservation.
All right.
I'm not conveying this well.
Okay, so that's what you're
I'm trying to.
But he has no context for understanding that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's true.
The informant is.
That's true.
So do you want to just
Fine.
Yeah, just leave him to me.
Oh, okay.
It's clear that
you
told us.
You
the
literally
race.
say that.
He told the race, and it's
I feel that
with him. As a gesture of good faith.
there may be a simpler way to take care of your informant problem.
He pauses for a second, and then you see this click in his mind, and he goes, "It was you. Oh, I understand now. That makes perfect sense. Yes, by all means. I'll leave this to you."
Nice.
I do not like people betraying me.
Yeah.
I do not.
Now remember,
So
you
to
still
be
don't
clear,
have any
no-
positive proof.
Yeah.
To make it clear, that
That's true.
Okay.
she is communicating with him based on him believing that she knows what she's talking about.
No,
He
I know.
believes it.
And this is very unspider-like of me, but I have a thing about people betraying me, and when I do, I become a little irrational.
It doesn't even matter if the person really betrays
No,
you.
I'm gonna still, but I'm not acting in good faith necessarily.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I'm acting on an emotional hunch.
Because,
True.
and to be honest, how else could the Wraiths have known?
Yeah.
Right?
But it's not like we told Arkady that we were coming here.
No, it's true.
No, but he knows where
So they
we
could
are.
have tailed us. Or
Also there was that deal of the blue coats pulling you off the street. And
Whether or not it was clear between the two of them, it was still what she felt she needed to say.
Right.
Mhm.
So
for sure.
Yeah.
We'll
I
figure out
wanted
whether
to make
they're
sure
on it.
I feel like this might
And-
be what's going on, and I want to make sure that I don't step on his toes if I take
Mhm.
care of
And
this.
Arkane must have said something to the bluecoats at least,
Mhm.
because otherwise they couldn't have known to
Mhm.
rough you up then.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So awesome.
Just get in the carriage.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
RK really went against like what he thought was a really
badass
badass group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He thought he knew what
He
was
is part of the Spartanites, which
Yeah.
themselves are
He's-
so badass that I think
He's part of them. Also, the bluecoats pulled him
well
into
connected.
question,
Oh, okay.
which that's their thing.
I guess I can be part of that scary thing that he's afraid of. now.
Yes, you totally could be. In fact, if you name drop Scurlock, he'd just be like, because
What did I do?
yeah.
I wish Scurlock
Oh
was
no,
giving
no!
us,
You kill him and then you're.
No, I just want to
Scurlock.
I just want to drag him out to wherever the hell it is,
Like
the Lost District, and then just summon a bunch of ghosts and leave him there, and then leave.
He's so cold. You don't even know. Okay.
No, if I find out that he did that,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to
Okay.
do.
Well, that's brutal.
Okay,
Okay,
so
I think
would have
that's
given
about-
us a sign
we turned
to
and
carry
we walked
around
away. That's
to
about
show that we're
it.
his people.
Yeah. You guys board the carriage and head back. The carriage like gives you a ride back.
Does the carriage have pre-poured champagne
so-
in it?
No, it doesn't.
I know that
So we'll
it
say
was
you
a-
guys are back at the hideout.
it was a bit melodramatic, but yeah, I haven't been using my real name. But now you all know my real name.
It's really funny because
No.
nobody
But
else.
we
Except for Marco.
all have been working with each other so closely, and I've built up such a loyalty and trust with one another, with all of you, that I think it's perfectly fine to have you all know that now. It just
Are you just like staring at me while you say this?
well, I'm like saying this to you as almost like
Do you have something?
I'm trying to reassure. No, I'm trying
Okay.
to I feel like I need to reassure you more than anybody else. I don't know why.
Oh, no, that's fine. I mean, I
Like Marco-
I haven't been using my real name.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I mean, why? I don't want my family involved in any of the things I do here, so why would I? I took on a
But
new name when I
but
came
now
to
you know
Doskvol.
my real name. So what? I can't know yours?
No, I'm sorry.
What
It
about
doesn't
you?
It doesn't change anything about our relationship.
Do all of you have fake names?
No, I've always had. You've known my real name since I was born.
No.
Yeah, I came to the city to
Well,
become a thief.
I
I'm
would
not going
never
to
be
use
that
my
kind of
real
person.
name.
Well, now I feel foolish.
I'm not a clown. Speaking of being a clown,
No,
your name
no,
is not.
giving your real name
Wait.
to the
No, I'm giving you loyalty, and you feel like you can't trust me with you. Okay.
Did Caelin just kind of coast by that? I
Yeah,
mean,
she-
Yeah.
conversation?
she-
Okay.
I just waited for him to
She-
take it away, and I was like,
She did. She coasted by
Okay.
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
I do-
I just like
I
kind of
do
like
trust
as
you.
like you started talking, I just like started walking.
So,
Bye bye.
I wanna head into downtime, but there's still the issue of this bottle.
Okay.
What do we want to do about Ophelia's bottle? Are we giving
Give
it back to her?
give it to a few.
We gotta give it to her.
Okay,
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
We don't want it either. It could be dangerous as well. You took it from a demon, so
cool.
I can't cross
Yeah.
her.
All right, so let's have that scene.
I can't tell
So
her.
who goes to give Ophelia the
Scurlock.
bottle? Is it just Caelin? Is it everybody? Is
Well-
Well, not before I'm not.
Oh, I definitely want to go
so we're
because
gonna,
it was my
this is gonna be
daring
given
feat.
away before downtime.
no, you.
This is downtime.
This
We
is
can-
like pre-downtime.
I was gonna do it pre-downtime. If you want to do something before then,
Because the thing is that I've been using it as part of my downtime thing for stress release, where I get to attune to it.
The
bottle?
But if it's going to be
Oh.
given away outside of downtime, then I have to plan differently.
no, we can do that. That's fine.
You can
As
just
it doesn't destroy it.
Yeah, it won't.
yeah. We
Okay.
can do that
We
post
don't
your
know.
downtime.
Yeah, I could roll 3 ones and then it just blows up,
It would
It
destroy
won't.
you.
and I will be trapped in the bottle.
So let's
Jimmy in a bottle.
do downtime. So
Yay.
we'll go around. So first step for downtime is the payoff. So you guys earn 2 rep per
So
score by
now-
default. If the target of the score is
Now you
higher
can
tier, take plus
use
1 rep.
This name when you talk about me.
I'm gonna give you
To me.
3.
I've already been writing down Coyote and stuff. I could get it wrong.
Well, now, like in terms of playing the game, you can just say Coyote.
I'm gonna give you guys 5 rep for that.
Yeah,
You
I
got
also want to
you've
point
got a
out
very powerful ally.
that
in
Arthur
Scurlock.
cannot get used to the idea that your real name is not Ptolemy Havelock and that your real name is Coyote, because that just makes no sense.
It's hilarious.
I mean, I'm not forcing you to, but you know.
Oh no, I he appreciates it, but it's just
So-
something that in his mind doesn't make sense to him.
So is it more like Coyote is might as well be your assumed name in the way that you're using it?
So what happened was that Coyote was my actual name,
Yeah.
but I used a fake name when I got into the business of making clothes because, like,
No one would take it seriously.
I wanted to be taken more seriously, and then
Sure.
I actually like established myself as that.
Yeah.
And so to me, I was like, oh well, this is just another one of my
Just
personas.
yeah.
It just
Yeah.
happens to be like the most well known of my personas that I don't I don't just discard it away when I'm done with it.
You just have an alias, and the
Yeah.
roles are reversed for your alias.
Yeah, I could have like
It's the same
any
thing.
number of aliases, but Ptolemy Havelock is the most well known of the aliases.
It's your main character.
You could even have a line under the Coyote name where you just make the best cowboy hats and chaps.
So would you prefer we call you Coyote?
This
so
chap's
that-
in town.
Ponchos.
Just so that it's more removed from Havelock.
So
I'm gonna make ponchos very popular.
All of a sudden, your store is full of turquoise jewelry.
So I'm giving you guys 5 rep,
Yes.
2 for the base, and 3 because Scurlock's tier 3. So
Nice.
5 total. You have max your rep track. So
famous now.
does it roll over or is excess rep lost?
Yeah.
It rolls over.
Okay, good.
So
And see, I also didn't take that devil's bargain, and so he's not
Yes.
going to investigate to know whether or not you're actually Caelin.
Here's the
or
thing: I was
Lurk.
perfectly fine with that, and actually would have been kind of cool for
Yeah.
story. But it's fine.
Yeah, I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, but I
am fine with all sorts of entanglements that are story.
Yeah.
so
Mechanically,
So, you guys can raise yourself in tier because you have Stronghold and you have a maxed rep track. So the way you do that is by paying 8 coin to raise your everything to tier 1.
that's what we just.
And we just got 8 coins,
Just
so
got
let's
8
do
coin.
it. Tier 1.
All right.
Tier 1
You guys just want to
Marco's just like,
hurts me.
I know you're hurting, but Marco, tier 1 makes a big difference.
Tier is a big
'cause
difference.
It makes a big
yeah.
difference.
It makes the fights more even because we won't
Okay.
keep having like
no
Less-
longer tier 0. All
less
your
effect.
equipment gets better, everything.
0 to
And
0.
your hold goes from strong to weak. So, to level up again,
So
you
it'll
will
be
need
infinitely better.
you will need to raise your rep track up to max. That will turn your hold to strong, and then you need to raise it again and pay 16 coin to get to tier 2.
how much rep did we get to carry
Holy
over?
crap.
It all carries over. So
We need to
you
get
had 2 spots
money.
remaining before you maxed it,
The
and then
ones.
I erased back, so you have 3 in your track right now.
Right, that's why I was asking how much had Caelin over.
I've
Yes.
never heard someone call him money mun-muns. He's like, we need. I said, we need money. He said, we need the mun-muns.
Okay. So we got that. Step 2 is
Nick's
heat.
already prepping all his baby talk for his first child.
I'm listening.
So after a score of conflict with an opponent, the crew takes heat, plus 1 heat for high profile or well-connected target, plus 1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf, plus 1 heat if you're at war. I think this is 2 heat.
We were so much on hostile turf.
Well, you guys were in the Lost District, which means not a lot of
Not
this
like
information
no
gets
turf.
back.
We killed a bunch of
But
wraiths,
the
though.
well, you set ghosts upon these wraiths. Their buddies are gonna talk about it.
Someone set ghosts
Things gonna get
on
around.
us.
It's a ghost versus wraith turf war. Oh
Is
my
it?
God.
I know. Is it possible that
The wraiths just go fight ghosts.
is it possible that they were all killed and no one hears of it?
Them not coming back will
Yeah,
create
they'll go invest.
Yeah, but they won't associate it to us. They'll associate it to they got.
Well, they
Ghosts?
knew they were
No,
going
we
to
want them to
ambush
think
us.
we killed them.
It's also gonna go around that Scurlock has a new patron, or like there'll be rumors spreading about
Yep.
that, right? It represents like Doskvol. That's why it's not more heat. But
I am the
so
I am the alpha dog.
you guys have 2 heat filled up in this track. So your total heat right now is 8. If you get 1 more
If you
heat,
can't run with the big dog,
if you get 1 more heat, you'll get a wanted level,
you get to wear one of those big dog shirts.
which
now.
is like trauma for the crew.
And we have to like go and
You
like,
can spend a downtime action to reduce heat.
okay, like going to prison or something.
To reduce a wanted level, yes.
Okay.
We don't have any one on levels.
You don't, but you will if you gain 1 more heat.
Would you wear a big dog shirt if I got you one?
Oh,
No.
killing was involved though. Well, whatever. I'll skip
I
it for
didn't
this
kill
time.
anybody.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
we didn't kill
The
anybody.
ghosts killed them.
You directed the ghosts.
That doesn't hold up in a
Yeah.
court of law.
I'll roll
Actually
for it.
does.
I'll roll for
In
it.
this world, it does.
Go get the
Oh,
ghosts and
damn
find
it.
out.
Yeah.
That's
Go-
right.
go
Ghosts are
bring
like
the-
wild animals. You can't
Summon
sick
the
wild
ghost to
animals
court,
on
subpoena
people.
them.
Lightning bolt doesn't
See if
kill
they show up.
creatures. State-based actions do
Okay,
to damage kill
or-
creatures.
Yes. Okay. I'm
Okay,
listening.
entanglements
Why
are
do you
next.
subpoena
You
a
guys
ghost?
have 6 plus heat, and you don't have any wanted levels, so I'm rolling 2 and taking the lower. Let's see if somebody gets arrested.
1.
1. So that is flipped or interrogation.
Thank God that was 1.
They flip. They're loyal to another faction or interrogation. That's the same thing as before. Okay, I'm gonna save this one for now. It doesn't really make much sense. The entanglements are the hardest thing in this system for me to
Good shit.
get a grip on. They feel secondary in a way. I think I'm just not.
Like who are these people who flip that they're talking about?
Well, generally you would have. This is more towards the faction game. Like you would have been gaining boxes and turf and stuff.
Oh,
And so,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.